Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 10 math. You can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab, scroll down to grade 10 math and then click on view all lessons. There you can find a list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter congruent triangles. Please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well. Let's just start with the first lesson, that is SSS and SAS theorems. Let's just start with the lesson. Which two triangles are congruent by SSS theorem? SSS theorems means the side and side. All three sides are congruent in the triangle, that is known as SSS theorem, right? Okay, so the two triangles are congruent if they have the same size and shape. Here are the four common ways to prove that two triangles are congruent. The first one is SSS, that means side, side, and side. So all three corresponding sides are congruent, right? SSS theorem mean all three sides are congruent. Then SAS, side, angle, and side. So the two sides and the angle between them are congruent, right? So two sides and angle between them are congruent. Then angle, side, and angle. So two angles and the side between them are congruent. Angle, angle, and side. Two angles and a non-included sides are congruent. So for the given triangles, let's see which two triangles have SS. Two triangles are congruent by SSS theorem. So the triangle XYZ and triangle KJI are congruent according to side, side, and side theorem. So option triangle XYZ and triangle IJK are congruent according to SSS theorem. Got it? Let's just start with the test questions. Which two triangles are congruent by SSS theorem? So which is the correct option? That is XYZ and IJK are congruent according to SSS theorem. Got it? Option number one is the correct option. Which two triangles are congruent by SAS theorem? So which is the correct option? That is two sides and an angle between them. So which is the correct option? So triangle BCD and VWU is the BCD and UVW is the correct option. That is BCD and UVW. Option number one is the correct option. Which two triangles are congruent by SAS theorem? So which is the correct option? That is UVW and QRS. Option number one is the correct option. That is UVW and QRS. Option number one is the correct option. Which two triangles are congruent by SSS theorem? Which is the correct option? That is side and side theorem, right? So which is the correct option? That is GHI and UVW. Option number two is the correct option. Which two triangles are congruent by SAS theorem? Which is the correct option? That is XYZ and GHI. Option number two is the correct option. Option number one is the correct option. Which two triangles are congruent by SSS theorem? So which is the correct option? That is HIJ and UTV. TUV. Option number two is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is proving triangles congruent by SSS and SAS theorem. Let's just start with the lesson. V is the midpoint of TU. Complete the proof that triangle SUV is congruent to triangle. Let's just skip the theorems, right? SSS theorem in coordinate planes. Let's just start with the are triangle HIJ and triangle BCD congruent? So they are congruent if they have all the sides of the same length, right? You have to calculate the side lengths of both the triangles, right? So you have to use the distance formula to calculate the side lengths, right? The Let's just start with the test question. They are already solved. You can have a look on them later today. Okay, that's the same one. The triangle HIJR and triangle ABD congruent. So let's just calculate HJ, right? The coordinates of J are x is 8, y is 9. And the coordinates of J are x is -1 and y is 9. That is 10 for this side, right? Let's just calculate this one. That is -8 and 9 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This is 9, not 10, right? And this is also 9. Let's just calculate DC. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So for the if the triangles are congruent, they have all the side lengths exactly same. So you can see CD and HIJ are different. So that means no, they are not congruent. The correct option is no. Okay. Are triangle TUV and triangle TEF congruent? So let's just calculate the side lengths, right? Hmm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 it is. And this one also 9. This is 10. Now calculate FD, that is 9. UV is 10. Now calculate this ET, right? You have to calculate this ET and UT using distance formula. The coordinates for ER is 1 and -1. And for D, they are -9 and -10. So you have to use the distance formula, right? That is y2 minus y1 -1 minus -9 square plus no, that is x2 minus x1 square. So 1 plus 9 square plus 1 plus 10 square. That is 1 plus 9 is 10 square and plus 11 square. So 10 square is 100, 11 square is 121, that is 221 square, right? Let's just evaluate TU. The coordinates for T are x is 0, y is 10, and here x is -9 and y is -1. So let's just evaluate the distance over here, right? That is -9 square plus -11 square. No, I think that is not congruent. 81 plus 121. That is 121 plus 81 is 202. So no, they are not congruent. These two side lengths are not same. So the correct option is no, the triangles are not congruent. The correct option is no. Hmm? Yes. Let me see. Two side lengths are same, so third one is also same. I did a mistake, right? So the correct option is yes, they are congruent. Triangle PQR and STU are congruent. Let's just see if they are congruent. The side length of TS is 8. The side length of TU is 9. So the side length of RQ is 9. The side length of QR is 9. So that means no, they are not congruent. The correct option is no, because two of the side lengths are different. So no, they are not congruent. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. Okay, the next lesson is proofs involving corresponding parts of congruent triangles. Let's just skip the theorems, right? The next lesson is congruency in isosceles and equilateral triangle. What is the value of x? RS and RS and ST are marked with one hatch mark each, so they are congruent. By the isosceles triangle theorem, the angles opposite to RS and ST must be congruent. So the angle opposite to RS is angle T and angle ST and the angle opposite to ST is angle R. So angle T and angle R have same measurement. That means angle T is 67 degrees. Let's just start with the test questions. What is the Value of Z. So BC and CD are congruent. So the sides angles that are opposite to them are also congruent. So that means angle Z is 50. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is the value of C, which is the correct option? The correct option is C is also 1. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is the value of D, which is the correct option? Sum of angles must be 180 degrees. T is also 38 degrees. Option number 1 is the correct option. Option number 1 is the correct option. What is the value of B, which is the correct option? So when angles are congruent, that means sides are, but you are not given with the correct option. Here you have different triangle and different options, right? This is not the correct one. What is the value of X? The correct option is 3. Option number 2 is the correct option. What is the value of V, which is the correct option? 49 degrees it is. Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next one is hypotenuse leg theorem. What is the value of V and W? What values of V and W makes triangle X, Y, Z and triangles QRS? Which is the correct option? So triangles are congruent, right? Use the hypotenuse leg theorem to solve for the values of V and W that makes the triangle congruent. So first look at the labeled pair of congruent legs. The first leg XZ has the first leg YZ has a length of W and the second leg RS has the length of 45. So for the triangles to be congruent, the legs length must be equal. So W equals 45. So same way when W equals 45, so V equals 50. So that means V equals 50 and W equals 45. Let's just start with the test. What value of A and B makes triangle RST and triangle WXY congruent? So RS is 17, right? So when RS is 17, WX must be 17, right? So B plus 16 equals 17. Evaluate the B, that is 17 minus 16 equals 1. So then B equals 1. So same way ST and XY are congruent. So A plus 41 equals 48. So then A equals 48 minus 41, that is 7. So the correct option is that is 7 and 1. Option number 1 is the correct option. What value of W and X makes triangle EFG is congruent to triangle BAC? Triangle. So FG is congruent to AC, right? So X plus 35 equals 37. X equals 37 minus 35, that is 2. So the correct option is X equals 2. Same way, EG is congruent to BC. That means W plus 33 equals 41. So W equals 41 minus 33, that is 8. So the correct option is option number 1, that is 8 and 2. The correct option is option number 1, that is 8 and 2. What is the value of what values of x and y makes triangle RST and triangle CBT congruent? So you have to do ST and DC are congruent, right? So that means 20 equals 10 y. So then y equals 20 over 10, that is y equals 2. Same way, RS and CB are congruent, so 7x equals 49, x equals 7. So the correct option is option number 2, that is 2 and 7. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. So we were working on grade 10 math. The chapter we were working on is we're working on the congruent triangles. So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. That is your homework until next session. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can simply click on the live chat button. Tutors are available there to help you, or either you can write down the question in the chat box. I am here to answer. Or either you can write down the questions in the chat box. I am here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. So, any questions you can please ask. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. No questions? Okay, then that's all for today. See you in the next session.